Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room. I said this afternoon and this weekend is going to be all about ink. And this I just made. I did Versamark on vellum with a white embossing powder, and then I watercolored inside of the flower with any kind of ink that you want, any color ink that you want. But we're going to be making this in just a moment. What I did was I ran it through my Xyron machine to make to get solid adhesive over the back of the vellum, and it didn't show at all. And I was really pleased about that, and it just went on that paper beautifully. And this was the paper that we made on a previous video where I showed you about ink blending. So I'm going to be using this piece of paper because I want to use up all of the things that I've worked on that are on my desk. So I'll be back in a moment. I'll get set up and we're going to get this on the vellum. Okay, here we are back again, and now we're going to take, these I got from the Oh So Succulent stamp set. Really love that stamp set. I hope it's a carryover. This piece of vellum is 1.5 by 4 3/4, and it's perfect for that piece of paper that I just showed you, where we did the ink blending. And that's just on regular Whisper White cardstock. It's not on any kind of watercolor paper or shimmer white or anything like that. So it's just regular Whisper White. I'm going to stamp 3 of these flowers. So I want that right there in the middle. Oh, I hope that came out good, because I didn't have my pad underneath. Okay, yes, that's good. But let's just be safe. Okay, got lucky on that first one. Okay, I want to stamp this on the bottom here. Try to stay right inside. No question about it. It's perfect when you use this pad. Perfect. Now then I'm going to take the smaller one, and again this is from the Oh So Succulent stamp set, and I'm going to stamp it right there in the middle. Beautiful. Okay, putting these aside. Get that. That's the Versamark. Okay. I've got all the numbers at the front of the video for you guys. Now once again, I'm going to bring in some scrap paper. This stays wet. The Versamark stays wet for a pretty long period of time. You know, it's not like you have an hour, but you have a few minutes to work with it. Get yourself organized and whatever you've got to do. Okay. And of course I have to stick my fingers right in this. What a mess I make. But hey, I mean, it's crafting. You know, this is not going to be, this is just going to have a little bit of mess to it, especially when you're using heat and stick or Versamark and any kind of embossing powder. You know, just be ready to vacuum. Beautiful. Okay, now, learning from what I've done today, you really, really, really want to tap that off, okay? And then you really, really, really want to look to see if there's any excess embossing powder. Take your time, look for it. Let me move all this out of the way. Let me get my brush. And I just take the little bristles of this brush. I could have moved that over just a little bit, but we're going to go with it. I'm okay with it. And then inside there, I'm just going to see if I can't get that off camera and blow, and it'll come out. Maybe not. See right in there. Okay. Okay, I'm happier with that. Okay, now we're going to leave that right there. We're going to bring in our heating gun, our heat gun. Let it get warm. And you know, when this, the white heat, not heat and stick, but when the vellum, or the white embossing powder, when it gets hot, it looks like white paint. don't get right on it because you can burn it. You might get a little warping, but it's okay. It will flatten out. I don't know if you guys can see it changing that white paint color. That means that it's melting. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that. Okay. That fast. Okay. Now, I'm going to get my ink. I'll be back in just a second and we're going to color. Okay, I started to color and this is just, I love doing this. If any of you guys like to color, this is such a beautiful way to color on vellum. I'm using Perfect Plum, Daffodil Delight, and Tempting Turquoise. I'm using my aqua painter, but it's dry. The brush tip is damp, okay, just a little damp, but it's not where I'm squeezing water out. I learned before with what I've done this morning, I learned that you don't want to lay down a lot of water on this vellum, and because then it even wrinkles even more. So I took the water out of my aqua painter, just left the brush just damp. And then I went into my Perfect Plum and I did that little bit. Now I'm going to come over here and pick up the Tempting Turquoise because it's a very vibrant color and I want you guys to see. When you start, it's light. Just keep laying down some color, okay? And I did not use my embossing buddy, which is a bad no-no right there, and you can see I have embossing powder kind of sprinkled everywhere, but I decided to go with it because to me it just looks like water dew on the flowers. So I'm just coming back over. As soon as it dries, or when it dries, I add another layer of color. Ooh, we almost went into the Daffodil Delight. Okay, and come over here, and remember I'm going right to the ink with the brush, and the brush is barely damp, barely, because as you can see I'm not putting down that much color, but I'm also not getting any kind of warping of the paper because I'm not getting it that wet. I just wanted to show you guys how to put this color down on the vellum. Now I just have a piece of tissue here. I take my aqua painter, I squeeze off. The brush is plenty wet enough. I just squeeze it until it's clear, and then I go into my Daffodil Delight and start to color with it. Remember, if you guys order $25 in product from me, you're going to get 2 free card kits. The video will be at the end of this video for you to see what you get for free. But just $25 in product. And I have to admit, I have to tell you guys, I am not a pushy salesperson. I just don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm just really not like that. Even in my personality, I'm just not like that. So I just figure if you guys love Stampin' Up! Products and you order $25, you just might want something free. And there's my card kits. It's very simple. I don't bombard you with emails or, things like that. So, yeah, I just want you guys to know that. Maybe when I retire and have more time to really put into this, I might do more things online, like do live video or something like that, but that's a few years away. So I just wanted you guys to know that. Boy, I sure do love coloring these. How pretty. Okay, I'm going to, see now I'm coming back right here. I want you to see how pretty all these 3 colors together, Perfect Plum, Tempting Turquoise, and Daffodil Delight, are gorgeous on vellum together. I'm going to pick this up. Look how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to finish coloring everything, and I'm going to come back and we are going to put our card together. Okay, let's go ahead and put this card together. I finished coloring, and vellum is so difficult to adhere down because after you heat set the embossing powder and then you color on it, even with ink, and you know we didn't use that much water. We used our aqua painter with no water and just a damp brush tip right there, okay? And but it still crinkles. I happen to use a Xyron machine, and it makes solid adhesive on the back of this, and I like that. So that's why it's on this piece right here. When I peel it off, I discard this, and it is solid adhesive on the back, but you can't see it on the front. It's not like a glue dot or, you know, anything like that that would show through. So I want to attach that to this piece right here that I did the color shading on, or the ink blending, I should say. And be really, really careful. You've got to get this down. It's like it doesn't really give you a second chance. So please excuse me if I'm off camera or out of camera. Here we go. There we go. We got it. Okay. So there it is. I love that. Doesn't that look pretty on the shaded paper? I love that. This piece of DSP is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and it's from the Playful Palette pack of paper. It's a 6 by 6 pack, and it's double-sided. I want to use this side. This is Daffodil Delight, and it is cut at 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to open it like a book, like that. So we're going to take this piece of DSP and attach it here with our snail. And this will have an 1/8 of an inch border all around. I always call it 1/4 of an inch, but you take off 1/4 of an inch and it gives you an 1/8 of an inch all around the card. There we go. We're going to attach that down. Perfect. Then we're going to take this piece, and this piece is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and it's going to go right here. I like that little border around there. Oh, it looks like bubbles. Okay, so this will go down also with our snail. I think on the back of that vellum, you guys can also use our fast fuse, because fast fuse is like a Xyron. I just like the solid adhesive of the Xyron. Okay, I'm going to bring this in right here and attach that so we have a nice even border around. Our card is really coming together, guys. Remember, we use Daffodil Delight, Tempting Turquoise, and Perfect Plum. Dipping the tip of the aqua painter with no water in it directly into the ink and right onto that vellum that we did heat set the white embossing powder on. I made this little embellishment, a happy hello. This comes from the Tin of Tags stamp set, and this is a circle framelit, and this is a stitch circle framelit layered on itself. And I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. And we're almost done with our card. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and doing a little crafting, watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. If you need any Stampin' Up! Products, go to stampinginthevalley.com and click on the big blue button, and that will take you to my online store. And if you purchase $25 this month in product, I'm going to put it in the middle, you will get 2 free card kits. And these are the 2 free card kits this month that I'm offering, okay? Nothing will be stamped. You'll get all of the embellishments, everything that is embossed, and this is an interactive card that spins in the middle. Isn't that pretty? You do get envelopes with it. There's a video at the end that you can watch that tells you all about this. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed our happy card. It's spring and I'm all about happy color, as you can tell. Thanks again for watching my video today, guys. Have a great crafting day.